Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of the Aoharu guys here. I'm Christian Ocampo, and today I'm joined by Joe Daniels. How you doing, sir?
Doing well, and you?
Doing great. I'm happy to have you here on your first ever interview. So very exciting. Get you some questions here.
Me too.
First of all, since you are still new in the industry,
Sure.
what is it like working in the industry today?
Uh, well, I've been doing it for about, I guess, 3 years now. Yeah, because Haikyuu season one was 3 years now. Uh, I really feel like I'm like just breaking into the bigger stuff, and it's been, I gotta admit, it was really daunting at first, and honestly, breaking it at any point just kind of feels like luck. Really, I'm not saying that like I'm terrible or everyone else is just lucky. Obviously, talent takes a huge part of it, but like I feel like luck plays so much of a factor that it's just crazy. But it's really amazing and fulfilling work, though. I grew up watching anime, like Naruto, Cowboy Bebop, all the normie ones. So getting to lend my voice to stuff like that, it's awesome. It's like a dream. It's crazy. I never thought I'd be doing it.
No, definitely, it's great seeing your name pop up like almost in a bunch of new Sentai shows.
Yeah,
Every here and then.
yeah, yeah. It's but the industry is it's the people of it are very familial. It very much feels like everyone cares about you. At least, I mean, I've only worked in Sentai, of course, so I'm not sure if this is true everywhere, but it really feels like the people that work there are genuinely on your side whenever you come in. It's very friendly, very familiar. It's nice. Yeah, not cutthroat or anything.
For sure, for sure. All right, so since you're 3 years in this industry, what is your favorite project you have worked on?
I mean, as boring as it is to say, I think it's a Hiro no Sora. I mean, I know that I'm working on it currently, and the episodes are coming out, and so it sounds like I'm just like, hey, go watch a Hiro no Sora. It's awesome. But it genuinely has been awesome to work on that. I loved working on Grimoire of Zero, though. That was a really awesome show. I'm big into D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, and so a show like that with all the fantasy themes, the sword fighting, the magic, all of that. That was really cool to work on, getting to rally the troops and never say die or whatever. It was fun.
Yeah, definitely. And so with High Dive now in the picture, tell us what was it like being in their first ever dubcast in Devil's Line.
Whew, man. I got that was a little earlier on, and so I was young in the business, right? I'd worked on 3 shows at that point, and so when Kyle called me in and told me, hey, we're doing this thing called a dubcast, never done it before. Anyways, I have faith in you. You're this guy. Go ahead. I was mortified at first. I was scared. But after we talked about it, super interesting anime. I mean, it's dark, I mean, not like berserk dark, but it's pretty dark, There's blood, there's gore, there's death, there's all these things, and it's pretty consistent throughout. And so going into this, I mean, it's a little different than Haikyuu, and so it was a different feel, and I very much had to adapt to that. It was very much in the gut. I had to feel the lines as they were coming out rather than just being like volleyball boys. But it was a super fun experience, and honestly, it really helped me grow. It was a big step in the right direction for me, I think.
Right, right. Yeah, no, it's guess you gotta like build up, with all these new shows. So it's really it shows, as you are growing with
Yeah,
each new title.
yeah, definitely.
So another High Dive special that was featured on not too long ago. What was it like working on Suriname?
Oh, Arrow Boy, Suriname. I mean, it was another one where I got to work with Bryson. He's one of my really good friends. I love him to death. And he was the main character, and I got to very much be there for his entire journey. Whereas in Haikyuu, you know, I popped in and I popped out. But this was very much like these 12 episodes. It was the growth of not only Bryson's character, but like all of our characters as a whole, you know, as a team. And so it's more like a slice of life anime than it is like a sports anime. And so getting all those emotional parts, there's that one scene that I have with Gareth, who plays Seiya in that show. Not Saint Seiya, but Seiya in Surene. But he says, like, the reason that I don't hate archery, I just hate you. And that darkness in there, working with Shannon Reed on that, the director, obviously. He supplied so much to me, and talking with him about the depth of these characters, even through just 12 episodes, was crazy. The amount of work, the amount of mental gymnastics that we had to do, devising a whole past for these people within these few, like, 22-minute episodes. It was really fun, though.
Loved it. I loved the animation. I liked the whole archery beautiful. Aspect. It was so different than some other shows. It's really, you know, it set the tone for me. Like I can ramble on about that show, but you know.
No, totally. I completely understand. That show is beautiful. Whenever they showed me my character fire off that first shot and the thing goes silent and the shot just flies and the leaf falls, I was like, this show's beautiful. It was awesome.
Oh, definitely beautiful. All right, and then, you know, with the whole sports talk that we've been talking about with this show, now let's talk about another one. Haikyuu. What was that being on that one?
So Haikyuu, I mean, that was the beginning. That was my first anime. Bryson got me that part. They needed a bunch of guys. And so I had just done a show in college with Bryson, not too far before that. Damn Yankees, if you know it. Anyways, that's not important. But we talked about DanMachi and whatnot. He had gotten that show, and he was like, I can put your name in. If you submit some like voice stuff, I might be able to get you into Haikyuu. I was like, oh, that'd be dope. But I wasn't expecting anything, right? I was expecting maybe I go in and you know, voice background guys while scream from the stands, you know, Ushijima, something like that, right? So I get in there because they called me, and it was nice. And I was like, awesome, let's do this. And I look at the contract, and the contract says, So Inuoka. And I was like, that sounds like a name. Is that a name? And Paul, who works the front desk, says, yeah, you have a name. You're just going to go in there and do the voice. And I was like, okay. Well, this is a little more unexpected, but that's fine. I'd probably just say like one line and then I leave. So I get in there, and Kyle Jones is not there. He's been super swamped, and so he's dealing with a ton of other stuff. So I work with a completely different director, John Swayze. You probably know him. Huge voice actor. And, of course, I grew up watching anime, and, you know, Fullmetal Alchemist was, of course, one of them, and a bunch of other stuff. And so I knew John Swayze. And so he's like, hey, what's up? I'm John. And so I think my hands started sweating at this point. It's like, I fanboy out a little bit, and I shake his hand, and I'm like, all right. I'm like, hi, I'm Joe. It's good to meet you. I'm voicing the character. So I get in there, and I blow it at first. I have an hour to do, like, 25 lines. And I just suck. But as it goes, I eventually just buckle down and I say, look, if you suck right now, they're never calling you back for anything else. So I make something happen, and apparently he was decent enough to call me back again. Because for season 2, after I talked to Kyle, you know, I've been in Devil's Line at this point. He calls me in for an audition for Ushiwaka, and I say, this is the best I got. I throw my voice down into my pants. Whatever the hell Ushiwaka sounds like. And he says, yeah, so your character's not much in this season. You'll be more season 3. It's where his character really develops. And I'm like, oh, cool. Wait, what do you mean my character? He's like, oh, you got the part. Yeah, we recorded those lines. Don't worry about it. I'll see you later for recording the rest of season 2. I was like, cool. And that's how I got Ushiwaka. So it's super informal. I was really confused the whole time, but it was awesome. I mean, recording Ushiwaka was nuts because he doesn't care about nothing. He is just monotone, and it's so weird having to play that pitch the entire time and not being able to care about anything, but also having emotion involved within it. It was a weird process, but luckily Kyle Jones, phenomenal director, got me through it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right, and then you really touch upon DanMachi, otherwise known as Is Around 12 Girls in a Dungeon. What was that working on that show?
So I watched DanMachi, Is Around 12 Girls in a Dungeon, back in like 2013, or no, that's probably wrong, 2015 or something, right? In Japanese, and I loved that show. Like, I loved that show. And then Bryson got the part. Before I knew that Bryson was a voice actor, he didn't really talk about it much in college. And he was like, I'm really excited. I got the part of Belle and DanMachi. And I was like, you son of a bitch. You gotta tell me these things, man. And so I got him at the box office, and I was like, that's awesome. Because I love this show, right? And then, so, 3 years later, right, I get the call from Kyle, and he says, hey, you want to be in season 2 of DanMachi? And I was like, yeah. And it's, it's that whole thing with, like, you love a thing, and then you get to be a part of it. And it was a dream come true. I mean, Hyacinth, not the biggest part, but I loved him. He's crazy, he's kooky. He screams about Apollo the entire time. He cuts Belle all up. He's an amazing character. And then I got to die to Bryson again, so that was nice. I always love losing things to Bryson because I'm the villain. That's always great. But yeah, it was awesome. I love DanMachi.
Same here. I just hope they keep on going. Like, we're gonna be another season, more spin-offs, more movies. I just, there's so much stories. So many characters just to touch upon. I just can't get off of that show.
Oh yeah, no, neither can I. I love that show.
All right, here's another one that's kind of a bit risque in certain aspect, and one that many people don't really know about or talk about. Scum's Wish. Now, what was it like working on that show?
Now, that's it is an interesting show. You're right. Not a lot of people know about it because I don't think it's on even High Dive in English, at least. I'm not sure. But Scum's Wish was early on in my career. It was my first time working with Shannon, and it's a smaller cast. It's not many people. It's like 10 main characters or something, with a couple supporting and whatnot. And being in that sort of slice of life-y with like a little bit of romance, a little bit of ooh in there, it was weird because I didn't watch that stuff when I was younger, And there was a time when anime sort of fell off for me for a little bit, and so I never really had that point in my life where I was into like those romancy sort of little risque options. And so when he called me in for it, I really had to like shift gears. I really had to figure out what this anime was about so that way I could put myself into it. But it turned out, if you can find it out there, if you're a fan of Scum's Wish, I think it turned out great. I got to see just a little bit after it was done, but I hadn't seen the whole thing because I can't find it. But it's a really sweet anime at heart. There's a lot of moments in there that are very, very down to earth, very like accepting of all peoples. It's really sweet, and I really enjoy working on that. It's very, it's like that.
Yeah, very reality based. Like it's very human, very I guess dark, sexual in a way. So it's if you want good storytelling, if you want something just to dissect, just the human nature when it comes to just relationships, I think it's just a great watch for anyone that wants to dive into something kind of taboo-ish, kind of again, not something that even like stories really are willing enough to go to, in that those certain realm.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's very, very human, as you say. It's what's lying underneath that we don't always like to talk about, And I very much enjoyed working on that side of things. You don't get to see that very often.
Oh, definitely not. And that's why I love it.
Yeah.
All right, and now during the time of this recording, another High Dive special that just finished airing its episodes, Aoharu no Sora. What was like working on that title?
Aoharu no Sora. So it's gonna continue. It's got 50 episodes total, and so I'm working on it throughout. I love Aoharu no Sora. I'm not knocking Haikyuu. I love Haikyuu more than anything, but it's very much a more focus on the characters in Aoharu no Sora, and that's really what I love about it. It's so fun and hype and awesome, and it's deep, and it's got everything else. I love the cast that Kyle put together. I love being a part of the team, and of course, I love Momoharu. He's the best boy, and I've had so much fun playing him, and I know that I'm only going to have more and more fun as this thing continues, and honestly, it's really cool to work on a basketball anime. I played 8 years of basketball when I was younger, and
nice.
It was a huge part of my life. I thought I was going to be a professional basketball player, then I realized I was chubby and white, and so it's going to be a little tougher on me, but it's okay, I still enjoy the passion of the game, and seeing it, getting that acted out through the voice, it's dope. And the way they portray it, it's drawn beautifully. Weird, but it's drawn beautifully. I think, anyways. And the animation is unlike anything, in my opinion. I really enjoy the way it's drawn. And Cameron Bausch, Andrew Love, everybody else, they're doing an amazing job. They blow me out of the water. Every time I'm in the booth and I hear them, I crack up, and Kyle says, "Joe, please, come on, we have to record your lines." And I'm like, right, I forgot.
Yeah, no, it's a good show. It made me appreciate basketball. I don't watch any basketball, I'm not a basketball fan. I'm no connoisseur, but this show actually helped me, understand it and actually appreciate it for what it is. And yeah, I give credit to Aoharu no Sora for all that.
I completely agree. I love basketball.
Yeah. All right, and now it's time for our funny question that we'd like to ask everyone. If you could be any character you have played in real life, who will you be? And you can mix and match.
Does it have to be a person?
No, it just anything you voice. So it's up to you.
Okay, well then I'm definitely gonna pick one of my characters in Sword Oratoria. I was in that very briefly. It's in the same role as DanMachi, so I quite enjoyed it. I think I was in the credits as like miscellaneous or etc. or something like that. But I actually got to voice like a few characters in like each of the episodes. Along with, I was the Elder Dragon floor boss that Gareth slices through in episode like 10 or something. He just cut straight through me, but I got to do like a bunch of like dragon breath noises and like a huge like dragon death noise, and it was awesome. And so Elder Dragon floor boss, definitely who I would be for sure.
All right. So, is there anything else coming out that you can talk about, or anything you want to plug in at this time?
There's a bunch of stuff coming out in 2020 from Sentai that I quite enjoy. I know that they are working on Food Wars Season 3. I can't talk about if I'm in it or not. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. But I know that that's going to be really cool, because, Season 2, I think, is just aired on Toonami, which is awesome. And I know that more episodes of Aoharu no Sora are coming out constantly. And there's a Japanese dub of season 4 of Haikyuu. I don't know if Sentai's going to get the rights for it. No clue. I can't tell you if they are.
Yep.
But that would be cool.
No, definitely NDAs. Always got to watch out for them.
That's right. OVAs.
All right.
But that's... I can't really say anything other than that.
Fair enough. All right. And then the social media question. And this one I already know for myself. So we know you just made a Twitter account not too long ago. Now, is there a Facebook, Instagram, or anything else that the fans can contact you at?
Yeah, so, I mean, my Twitter is Joe Serpa Daniels, JoeSerpadaniels. And so is my Instagram, easy enough. I don't have a Facebook account, but you can also catch me oftentimes, at least every week, on Bryson Boggis' stream. Just Twitch TV, Bryson Boggis, I'm fairly certain, so.
Yeah.
But that's about it, I mean, yeah.
Definitely. So any viewers out there who want to see more of Joe, just check him up on Bryson's Twitch stream under Boggis Bryson, Joe, him, and their other buddy. I'm blanking out on your other buddy.
Blake. Yeah, Blake Jackson.
Yeah. Blake Jackson, not Blake Shepard. Blake Jackson.
Not Blake Shepard.
I need to make that. Emphasize that. You can check the three amigos there. Have fun, have playing games, just shoot the breeze with the viewers. So I highly recommend just checking out Bryson's channel for that. So yeah, just go there and you guys will have a good time there.
I agree.
All right, Joe. Well, thank you for your time with us. We appreciate you doing this interview with us. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Yep, and thank you everyone for tuning in for another episode of the Aoharu Guys here. Thank you all, and we will see you next time. Bye, everyone.